me ask you a question. When you want to be very good in bed with women, you know, how do you train? With yourself? I don't think so.
You can't handle the truth!
No. If you want to get better in bed with women, you actually have to do it with women.
Bond. James Bond.
It's the same with the bikes, guys. So yeah, to be a better rider, you need to ride the actually damn thing. Let's do it! Hello everyone, and welcome to this first episode of 2020. And yes, I decided to do it in English because, well, I'm putting a lot of stress and effort into making these episodes, and I'm just trying to address to as many of you as possible. So for all my Romanian fans, I hope you'll forgive me for this one, but I promise I won't forget you, and I will do special materials also in Romanian, so just to be forgiven. Good. So this episode, it's about winter training. Why is it important to train in the winter, and how did I spend my winter before this 2020 season? So let's get it! For this first winter training, we choose Ceres, a very familiar track for us, and the things went quite well. For English, check the subtitles because this part is in Romanian. Noiembrie, ultimul antrenament pe acest an, o lună jumătate de la ultima etapă când am dat cu curul de planetă.
Și problemă pentru foarul acolo.
2 zile în care, din fericire, fizicul nu a pus foarte mari probleme. Chiar dacă nu sunt 100% recuperat, asta contează mai puțin. Este important să recuperezi din automatisme. Alex caută niște secunde aici în funga asta.
Poporiță.
Sunt aici?
Nu sunt.
Câte cauți?
Nu sunt, vreo 3 măcar. Nu e
secunde.
Aici nu e. Uitam, poate fi în asta.
Caută, tovar, caută.
Păi caută, dacă nu seamănă tovarășul, caută.
Trebuie să intri în pistă cu un target, de fiecare dată să ai o țintă și mai ales un exercițiu sau mai multe pe care să le încerci. For the second winter training, we chose something different. We chose mini-moto in indoors, go-kart, racetrack, inside the shopping center. Bikes have a very specific way of riding, and you need to cope with it and to understand how much different you need to approach it, because being so small, actually every input that you give to the bike, it gets very amplified. You need to be smooth, you need to ride it very, very clean, and not the least, ignore the slidings.
It's not that cold, -5 degrees Celsius, but tomorrow we have another day of training, and hopefully I will not fuck it up again. All these are soak wet, so I need to dry a little bit, and hopefully this will do the job. You know, at some point you would think that it's a small track with small bikes, but actually it's very physically demanding.
So, not very much grip, actually quite the opposite. It was very, very fun, but at some point you can get frustrated because you're used to a different kind of riding, different kind of grip level, and by these little monsters sliding around all over and all the time, either with the front, either with the back, it's kind of tricky to understand it in the beginning, but actually you will find out that these little motorcycles will teach you quite a lot, because you're getting used with not having grip, which actually trains your brain in such way of not getting panicked next time when, let's say, for instance, at some point you're losing grip. So the most important part in this sport, actually, which is so much often overlooked, is the brain. Because here we have all the fears, here we have the ability to, you know, hit the gas harder, slower, smoother, but always it's very, very important to keep this in mind. Training on the bike, it's the most important thing, because actually, what is it that we want in the end? We want to be, you know, better riders. So how can you be a better rider if you are off the bike? No chance, no chance.
With Martin Choi and his racing school. Martin being multiple East European BMU champion and endurance world championship rider, so he quite knows how to do the business. Tell us, Martin, why is it important to train here before the season starts?
Hello. It's you know, it's very important during the winter to stay on the bike. So I think that here in Sofia, in Bulgaria, we have the best place in the center of Europe.
Why are these little monsters so special? Why did you choose this model?
It's not coming from me, you know. It's all the professional riders. They training with small pit bikes. So we do also. I think that this helps a lot of us to prepare for the season, and you can see how we feel after the sessions.
Thank you very much, Martin, and have a good luck in the next season.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good, so with the third one. This time I choose a different location and again a different type of bike, because, you know, it's very important to try as many things as possible, because each one of them will teach you and will develop different skills. So Ovail Mini GP this time, we are going back on tarmac, the same grip level we are experiencing when riding the real bikes, and this was very fun to do. And these little bikes actually teach you this thing. If you don't have control over yourself and you are harsh on moving on it, the bike will get unsettled and you'll lose it. So in the end, being smooth and developing the skills for riding these little monsters, it's useful also for the bigger picture when we will try to move on the bigger bikes, because being smooth on the bike, it's one of the most important keys in getting consistent in putting down those lap times. So this was it for today. Let me know your opinion about this in the comments below, and don't forget, subscribe, because YouTube's algorithm, it's so damn harsh on these ones which don't have subscribers. So don't forget to subscribe. Your feedback is very important. Thank you and see you next time.